strip negative labels off of yourself. I don't think you are planning to reach the top whilst you are inconsistent. If you could see your time being wasted in front of you every day, do you think you would spend hours and hours scrolling endlessly? So, to all my ladies who are currently in a dark place, who are indecisive, who are actually confused, you don't know your left from your right, let me tell you something. Hello, lovely people. You are welcome to another episode of the Miss iSHA Talk Show. I am so excited to be on your screens today. If you love what I do here and you want to support me, kindly hit the subscribe button. It's free. Don't forget to like as well and share with your friends. Today's topic, guess what it is? Well, I'm here to tell you that external motivations do not work. You might ask why. Well, there are two types of motivation. We have intrinsic motivations and we have extrinsic motivations. Intrinsic motivations come from within. When something means a lot to you, when you feel fulfilled. Okay, let's start by defining what intrinsic and extrinsic motivations mean, or in other words, inherent motivation or external motivation. So, inherent or intrinsic motivations, they are the drive, the motivation that comes from within after doing something meaningful, enjoyable, or fulfilling. You love to paint, you love to sing, you know, those are your passions. Those are the things that you do without anyone else having to tell you to do. And you don't really do them looking for external rewards like money or, any incentive, but you do it because it feels fulfilling and enjoyable. That is what your intrinsic motivations are. External motivation is the drive to do something either to please someone, to avoid critics, or penalties from outside sources. Let's say you write a math exam. You don't really love math, but you have to take that exam again, either to please your parents or to prove someone wrong that no, you can do it. That is an external motivation. That is an extrinsic motivation. You did not write that math exam again because you wanted to prove yourself right or because you wanted to prove your potential. You did it because you wanted to please someone. That is external and it's not fulfilling actually. In as much as they are both, motivations, one will serve you for a very long time and the other might not really serve you. You do the other motivation to please someone or to avoid penalties. Hey, if I don't pass this math exams, my parents will be angry at me and I might not go for the vacation. They might not buy me Christmas gifts. Well, happy Christmas in advance. It's December. We are finally in December, the last month of the year. I forgot to say this in the beginning. Let's give thanks to the Almighty for taking us from January through to December. He has taken care of us throughout all these difficulties. Like, you name it. What haven't you seen this year? What shege haven't you seen this year? But we are still standing firm and strong in December and we will celebrate it very nicely. Okay, back to the main topic. Now we understand that they are both motivations. Yeah, even though motivations are good, the ones that come from outside might not serve you well. You are doing a job because the pay is just good. Do you know you experience a burnout during the course of that? Sometimes you wake up and be like, I hate this job. You are doing the job because they are paying you well, or you are doing the job because you have to please your mom or your dad. I don't think it's advisable to do that. But let's say you want to become a doctor because you really enjoy being a doctor. You enjoy the science, the math, the chemistry, the physics, and all that. You enjoy all of it. And you actually want to be a doctor. Nothing can stop you from achieving that goal. Not difficulties, not failure. Nothing will stop you from achieving that goal. But the moment you want to become a doctor because your parents say so, mm, then the moment you fail physics, you will give up. The moment you fail a particular subject, you are likely to give up and you are likely to experience a burnout, which is true. Sometimes I honestly don't know what to tell my ladies. Are you always waiting for an incentive, or are you always waiting for an external motivation to do something you actually have to do? Don't you think of your future? I mean, you just sit there, do nothing, get lazy all the time. Girl, girl, be warned. Hmm. Don't spend your life doing what you don't love. You will live to regret it. And trust me, regret is the last thing you ever want to experience in your old age. If you do not want to be a musician, don't force yourself. If you don't want to be a teacher, do not force yourself. If you don't want to be a hairstylist, don't force yourself. Do what burns inside you. You have a passion for something. Sometimes, yes, follow your passion is actually helpful because your passions are fueled by your intrinsic motivations. If you don't feel the need to do something, if you don't like doing something because you actually want to do it, not because someone tells you to do it. Am I making some sense here? Doing something because you actually want to do it, not because you want to please someone. Please. If you live your life doing what you don't love, then you are actually living someone else's life. And you will do that till it gets to a point when you experience burnout, when you are exhausted, when you are tired. And then you cry, if you don't, it is not what you actually want to do, which is really bad. You do not want to live with regrets. What do you want to do? What do you love doing? I always talk about passion. This and that and that. Always. What do you love doing? Do you love singing? Do you love drawing? Do you like talking? What do you love to do that you never even expect an incentive or an external reward or an applause for doing it? Don't live someone else's life. These days we see people on social media. Hey, they are influencers, they are bloggers, they are this, they are that. And do you think you want to become an influencer? Do you actually think you want to become a blogger or a dancer? Or come on, girl, sit down. Sit down in silence. Listen to that inner voice inside you, that tiny voice you've been ignoring. Please do what you love, else you will live your life doing what you don't love, living someone else's life. Someone else wants to become a doctor. I beg, shift and go and be a singer if you want to be. Don't force yourself. Living with regrets is the last thing you ever want to do. Trust me. Living with regrets because you lived someone else's life. Oh, you think you want to be the next influencer. You see, you think you want to be the next blogger. You think you want to be this, the next makeup artist because you just saw someone exceeding in makeup. That is not your passion. Sit with yourself. Allow your intrinsic motivations to take over. Leave the money, leave the applause. They will all come once you start building on your intrinsic motivations. The money, the fame, what? It will all come in due time. And when it starts coming, it doesn't stop. Believe me, when it starts coming, it does not stop. So stop. And I'm chasing the bag, I am chasing the money. What money are you chasing? What money are you chasing? Doing what you love will actually push you through difficult times when the storms are just so strong. Doing what you love, it will build resilience, resistance, and persistence. Believe Miss Aisha. And as a lady, if you want to grow, if you want to leave your comfort zone, you should know that you have to relearn certain things and unlearn the things you already know. You have this perspective, or there's a stereotype printed in your brain, full stop. You do not want to unlearn them. How do you think you will grow? I will always use a child as an example. A child learns to crawl, then it learns to stand, looking for support. Afterwards, it will learn to take steps. But wait, do you think that child will continue crawling after he or she has taken steps? Of course not. So why don't you want to unlearn the things you already know and relearn new things? Leave your comfort zone and open your mind. Books do a lot. Read books. Ghanaian ladies don't like reading. I can say 2% of Ghanaian ladies read. I can boldly say it with my full chest because why not? Ghanaian ladies do not like reading. You should read. Reading opens your mind. Certain words you've never come across, certain ideas, motivations. You should learn, relearn, and unlearn. Leave your comfort zone. Leave that old notion you think is right. Something new is in town, and you need to relearn. You need to learn that thing. Do you get me? There is a saying that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. It might be true, but are you an old dog? Young lady like you, fine lady like you, and you do not want to leave your comfort zone. I will always tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth point blank. I will not come here and peddle perfection. I will not peddle perfection, but I will always tell you the truth. Leave your comfort zone. Learn new things. Unlearn what you already know and relearn. That is how we grow. If you refuse to grow, you will never move forward. You will never be intrinsically motivated if you are always waiting for external motivations. Ha! I don't think you will get anywhere. Believe me, in this new age we are living in, if you are always waiting for external motivations, what if those external motivations are not enough? Are you always waiting for a motivational speaker to tell you you have potential before you realize that you actually have potential? Are you always waiting for that influencer or that blogger to tell you that you can achieve something before you actually realize you can achieve something? Then there is a problem. You need to sit with yourself, access yourself, learn you. You need to learn how to read yourself before anyone else tells you what is possible and what is not possible. Else, people will keep instilling their fear in you, telling you something is not possible. Meanwhile, deep down, deep down, you know it is possible. The sky is never the limit. So please, do not wait for a motivational speaker, for a stranger, or anyone to tell you something is possible or impossible. You decide for yourself. You should learn to decide for yourself whether something is possible or impossible. Please. And I also need you to strip negative labels off of yourself. Yes, negative labels like, oh, I am not motivated, I am lazy, I am inconsistent, I am this, I am that, and that. You need to strip those negative labels off of yourself. Else, people tend to look at you that way. You limit your potentials if you still have those negative labels on you. Fine, you have assessed yourself and you've seen that. Number one, you are inconsistent when you start something, unmotivated, lazy, you procrastinate, you are sluggish, and all that. How do you strip those labels off of you? You start it with discipline. Motivation will be there for a while, but discipline, consistency, they help you strip off all those negative labels. I don't think you are planning to reach the top whilst you are inconsistent. I don't think, as you are watching me right now, you plan to reach the top by being a lazy person or being sluggish towards your work. or your responsibilities. I don't expect you to think of getting to the top by being unmotivated, inconsistent, lazy, sluggish, or whatever the negative labels are. Strip them off of you. Start building yourself, start building your potential. Be intrinsically motivated. I will repeat this throughout as much as I can because that is the topic for the day. Once you build consistency, resilience follows. Once you build discipline, persistence follows. Do you actually get what I'm saying? Once you build consistency, resilience follows. Once you build discipline, consistency follows. Yeah, sometimes, I'm stuck and I don't know what to say. We all have it. We are not perfect. I am not perfect. You are not perfect. I can only be excellent at whatever I do. Huh? Okay. Because of how noisy the roadside is, I can't keep our conversation so long. Trust me, I would really love to have a very long conversation with you guys like I used to. But this is only temporary. When I start, when I start again, you will love it. Okay, let's just bear with this. Let's take this one like that. At least I still see Miss iSHA on your screens. Before I move to the next point, I want to highlight something. In as much as you are internally or inherently or externally motivated, you still need discipline. You still need discipline to grow. Motivation keeps you going, but discipline keeps you growing. You will see that you will stop doing all those unnecessary things. I want you to look at your time like an hourglass. If you could see your time being wasted in front of you every day, do you think you would spend hours and hours scrolling endlessly? Do you think you would spend hours and hours doing nothing, overthinking, unable to make decisions? Sweetheart, even if you don't have money right now, you have time, which is very precious. Now, time is a valuable currency. It is not even about now. Time has always been a valuable currency. And if you have that right now, you don't know how fortunate you are. Time and knowledge. Yes, knowledge. Whatever is in your medulla oblongata, whatever is in your head, skills, whatever skills you have, use them. Train yourself, master your skills, master your knowledge, and use your time wisely. Be disciplined. Learn to discipline yourself. I have an episode which explains the power of discipline. Yes, I am going to put that right up there so that you can check on it. I will always tell you that your emotions are your worst enemies when it comes to decision making, when it comes to reactions, and when it comes to like your general life. Your emotions are your worst enemies. I mean, you can't have a productive day whilst you are angry. You can't have a productive day whilst you are sad or irritated by anything. Your emotions are your worst enemies, and I had to learn this the hard way. So listen so that you don't learn this the hard way. Please. So to all my ladies who are currently in a dark place, who are indecisive, who are actually confused, you don't know your left from your right, let me tell you something. Shut your mind, stop overthinking, get out of your room, get out of your comfort zone, get out of your bed, crying, sulking, overthinking, and whatnot will not solve your situations. The you a year from now is going to be as a result of the decisions you make today, whether they are wrong decisions or right decisions. So own them. Get up. Is it a job you are looking for? Get up and look for that job. Accra here, there are so many jobs. You can't tell me you can't find a job. If you want to learn a skill and you can't afford to pay for tuition or you can't afford to pay for that skill, just find a job first. Stack up the money, save the money, and venture into it later. It doesn't mean you have to stay in your room, you have to stay comfortable. How can you be comfortable while you are broke? Or you are just waiting for that guy to send you the money? Huh. Okay, oh. Okay, to the ones listening, please leave that comfort zone. Step outside, look for a job, be a waitress, be something, be a host. Any skill you have that you think can be useful, use it to build yourself up. Because if you don't expose yourself to the outside world, who is going to see you and help you? If you don't expose yourself and you are always in the room, scrolling endlessly through people's life, hating on them because they are actually doing something meaningful, then you have a problem. You actually have a problem. Don't wait for a motivational speaker to come and tell you have potential. I will say this once again, be intrinsically motivated. If your motivation doesn't come from within, you will never move yourself. You will never push to do what you actually love. Someone else will tell you, oh, it is not going to work. Oh, it is not important. Meanwhile, deep down, you know your potential. I will end by saying, I hope this December brings you lots of opportunities, and I hope you spend your time enjoying wisely. Be careful out there. When you go out, check your drinks and everything. The world is scary. The world is really scary. I am Miss iSHA with the Queen Energy. Thank you for watching this episode. And if you think or you feel like you need any other, tips, I have so many videos. What do you need? Do you need to find purpose? Do you need discipline? Do you need motivation? I have it all here on my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to support me by hitting the subscribe button and also like my video. See you next time. Bye.